Hello, and welcome to the overview of Vines in Bloom. In this game, you play as a vine growing and branching, spawning blossoms, with the goal of having the most flowers of your color by the end of the game. Each turn, play one or more tiles, one at a time, from your hand onto a growing blossom, that is, flowers of your color that are directly on the board. Once you can't or don't want to play any more tiles, your turn ends. Draw back up to your hand size, initially 4, then the player on your left starts their turn. Tiles must be placed continuing your vine, on a space with one of your growing blossoms. Straights and bends just make your vine grow. Simply push the blossom to the new end and place the tile. Branches allow you to add 1 or 2 new blossoms from your supply onto the board after growing, each of which becomes a new growing blossom itself. That is, you will be able to place tiles on each of those spaces. As the vines grow, they can become entangled. 2 flowers can share the same space on the board, but whenever a tile is added to that space, only the flower whose vine is growing survives, and the rest are eliminated from play. Likewise, if a vine grows onto a tile already placed on the board, that blossom is lost. Blossoms may, however, grow onto the edges of the board, but with that they stop their growth, and no tiles can be placed there. To make a flower safe from being pruned, you can also play a single or a triple blossom tile, moving those flowers off the board and onto the tile. These parts of the vine, however, are no longer growing, and you can't play another tile on them. Whenever 2 or more of your flowers share a single space, including the triple blossom, you add 1 green blossom for each extra flower. Green blossoms increase your hand size, and let you draw 1 more tile at the end of your turn for each one. For instance, if you have 3 green blossoms on the board, your hand size is now 7, so you would draw as many tiles as needed to have 7 in your hand. Each turn you must play at least 1 tile, even if that would cause some of your flowers to be pruned. But at any point, you may discard 2 tiles you don't want and draw a new one from the bag. You may do this any number of times, even discarding tiles that you just drew this way. Tiles cannot be played onto the center space, highlighted in green, but flowers can grow into it. When a second blossom is placed there, this triggers the end of the game. The player finishes their turn, and each of the other players get 1 more turn, then the game ends. The game also ends immediately when no player can legally play any more tiles, and all have to pass. Players get 1 point for each blossom of their color, and 2 points for each blossom on the center space. The winner is simply the player with the most points. In case of a tie, the winner is the player with the most green blossoms on their vine. Thanks for watching.